So today we will see formula and formula fields. So formula field, what does a formula field do and how can it help us in uh, in Salesforce in customizing things, right? So we can say that formula is something related to calculations, automatic calculations. It is related to some automatic calculations, and these fields are read-only fields. So automatic calculations, this is that means you don't have to calculate. The system is there to calculate everything. So that is automatic calculations. And the property of the formula field is read only, that you that means the field is not editable, right? So you can treat it like read only. You can't do any additions, right? So let's quickly go through some examples. Suppose suppose you want to take two numeric fields on a record and divide them to create percentage, right? Or perhaps you want to take two dates today and some 10 days 10 days later. So you want to you just add the number of days in today, and you want to know the date, what date will be 10 days or 20 days or something else, right? So the it will be calculated automatically. You don't have to do any calculations, right? So this thing and many other things, like if you want to create a clickable hyperlink, yeah, you can do it with formula fields, right? So there are many other options also. You can do many other things while using the formula field. Now, talking about the types of formula, there are two types of formula, right? First one is simple. First one is simple formula, and second is advanced. So these about these two types we are going to learn. You'll see where simple formula is applied, and you'll see where is advanced formula is applied. Simple formula, first of all, we should know about simple formula. We do additions, subtractions, multiplication, and division like simple calculator, right? So these things are considered to be simple. So the formula used to calculate these things are termed as simple, right? Simple formula. And as it is seen in scientific calculators, there are some advanced options. So that is advanced formula, right? So now we are going to create simple and advanced, both types we'll learn in this session. So up to now it is clear, I hope so.
Yes.
Okay, so suppose I have a use case. First of all, we will learn about simple formula, right? So for simple formula, suppose I have a use case, that is suppose I have a object, candidate object. On candidate object, uh, we have we have an we have one field called fees, right? We have created this field, right? So now uh, the management decided to take 1000 maybe or 2000 whatever as fee, and the government has applied some taxes about say 10%, 18%, 20%. I'm going to take it as 18%, right? 18%, right? So this is tax, and I want to get the total amount. So the fees is 1000, and what is its 18%? We can calculate this using simple formulas, right? First formula we can use is 1800, 1000 multiplied by 18 divided by 100, right? So will give me the tax value, right? So this is one formula we can use. Other I can use like 1000 multiplied by 0.18, right? So by using this or this formula, we'll get a value of 100, right? So the total amount will be 1150. So we have two options. First one is this, and second is this. To get the tax amount, that is 18% of the fee, right? And the total amount is considered to be will be 1180, right? So for this, I have to create some fields. So the use case might be clear. Use case is this: there is a field called fees, right? And the fees is some value, and you have to, and the government has imposed 18% as tax. So you have to bifurcate the tax amount, and then the total amount will be also available there. So we have to create these things. What is not with us, we'll create that, right? I think we have created fees in the last session, so we'll create these fields: tax and total amount, right? So let us now implement our use case. What is there now? We have trainers, we have candidates. Yes. Now I'm going to object manager. I'm going to open the candidate page. Here, fields and relationships. So here we can see that there is a field called fees, right? So we have one field, that is fees. Now we don't have these two fields, right? We don't have these two fields. Yes. So I'll go to new. Now I'll select formula. Yes. Next. I'll make its field level as tax. And formula return type, right? I want the return value as some currency, right? So I'll select this option currency and scroll down where you can see it is by default it has taken two decimal places, right? We'll leave this and next. Yes, here I select these. Yes. And fees is yes, fees is fees into 18 divided by yes, divided by 100, right? Whether it is correct or not, we'll check syntax. The syntax is showing no syntax error, right? That means we can go ahead.
ये फीस कहाँ सिलेक्ट किया आपने? ये फीस अंडरस्कोर सी जो है?
Yeah.
अच्छा, ओके, ओके, ठीक
Okay.
है।
Next, next, and save. Right. So we have created one field, that is uh, tax, right? Here it is visible tax. Now we'll create another field uh, called total amount. So for this, here I also select formula because some formula is used here. Next, field type, field label. I will take my field label as total amount, right? And I want to get my output as currency. So I have selected return type as currency, and it will be two decimal places. Hit next. Now here these two formulas are available: simple formula and advanced formula, right? So I'm showing you simple formula. So I'm using this simple formula. Now, yes, fees. So I'm going to get the total amount, that is fees plus tax, right? Plus I can't put plus like this. Let me delete all. There is operator, so we can't put anything on our own. We have to select add and tax. So whether it is correct or not, check syntax. Yes, it is correct. Now I'll move forward. Next, and save. So we have created two fields. Now I'm going to check. Here this is showing tax total amount. I'm going to put that value in fee column. 1000, and so you can see that tax has been calculated, right? 180 tax and total amount, right? So this is simple formula. So I think it is clear, right?
Yes.
So in this way we can find out, we can do more calculations like subtraction, multiplication, right? Now we'll learn about advanced formula. You might have learned about absolute value in your say secondary school. So whenever you give a negative value, suppose I am giving this value, and if there is absolute, it is it will be under like this, and it will give you always a positive value, right? So it will give you a positive value, that is you'll get 200. If absolute is there, right? If absolute is there and you are giving any negative value, then you'll get a positive value, right? So I'm going to create this. So for doing this, what do we need? We need number fields. So we need number fields. So we'll create number field, new, and not auto number, it will be number. Next. Here I'll label this field as input number, right? I will input any number and it will give me a positive value. Suppose I am taking it 12 length of digit, it will be 12, and decimal places I'm going to take 3 decimal places, right? 2 we have seen earlier. Now I'll go for 3. Next.
सॉरी, फील्ड में कौन सा ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट किया था आपने?
नंबर फील्ड ये कैंडिडेट ऑब्जेक्ट पर है और नंबर सिलेक्ट किया हुआ है.
अच्छा, नंबर. ओके, हाँ ठीक है.
We'll
थैंक यू.
go previous and see this what we have selected. See here number, right?
गॉट इट. थैंक.
So next and save. with this only. And so here you can see that uh, or everything about this is given here, and you can check all the functionalities uh, by this link. Yes, by this link, or you can just copy and paste it, right? So this way you would know about all the functionalities, and just find some about some important functionalities and know about that. So this, check whether it has come or not. No, not yet. Date finder. Yes. Okay, one more time. So right now it is not showing, but it will show. It may take some time to fetch from the server, so don't worry about that. It will definitely show. So, so आप लोग भी इसको क्रिएट करके देखिए, ठीक है? It is not showing today, but it will definitely show. So we'll see tomorrow. If there is any problem, we'll check that out, right? So you need to create these fields, and as an assignment, I will update the trail mix, right? So this is all for today. So do you have any question regarding this?
Thank you, sir.
I have created one field called input number, right? Now I'll create another field that will be input text. Why I'm creating these fields, I'll let you know in just a few minutes. So I'm going to create one more field, that is input text. So here our data type will be right, and see how text area will allow you up to 255 characters. So you can in text you can put any value. Yes, less than 250, right? So I have selected text here, and next what I'm going to create input text. Length I'll give 250. That is enough. Yes. Next. Next. And save. So let us check what we have created. I'll refresh the page. So we have got these two fields created, input number and input text. Now I'm going to cover about the absolute functionality, right? So for this, I'll go to fields and relationship, new, formula, and next, what will be the field like field level? That is want to get ABS output, absolute output, right? So absolute output I am going to get. And formula return type, yes, I want to get a number type, right? So I have selected here number, and let me do it as 3 decimal places. Next, yes, now I am talking about advanced formula. So I'll opt for this, and here is your absolute value. So you can select it by doing a double click, right? Or you just select and insert field selected field function, right? So whatever you could do, you can. Now instead of this number, I want some, I will input the number, so I want some input number, right? So for this I'll go to insert field, candidate, and I want a number, that's why I'll select input number and insert, right? Now I will check the syntax. Yes, it is not showing any error. So I'll go for next sim, next, and save. Let us check whether our field has been created or not. For this, you will have to refresh your page always because it may take some time to fetch from the server. Sometimes it takes a little time. Now here you can see ABS output, right? This is the field I have created just now. Right? So I'm going to input some number in some random number, any number, a negative number, that is 200. 200. So you can see I put here my negative number and I'm getting a positive output, right? So this is ABS functionality, absolute functionality. So it is clear. Absolute functionality is clear. I hope so. Now second one is square. So square of any number. Suppose I want a number. Suppose a square. Suppose 121. So it will give me a value 11, right? Or we'll take root under 3 or something else. So it will give us a correct value. So we'll see. Let's create this. So we'll do the same procedure what we are doing so far. Next, a new here formula. Next, square. So I need an output which is square root. And I want this in number, so I'll select number as my return type, right? And I want to get it in 3 decimal places so that I can get a correct value, nearest value. And here search for square. This is a square. Yes. And instead of number, I'll give ABS output, right? Why I'm giving here ABS output? So I have selected ABS output because ABS output is a positive number. Whenever we want to try to input put some negative number, and here we have ABS output. So ABS output will always show us positive number, right? Like I have put here input number as -200 and the output ABS output here is showing 200, right? So I have put this value ABS output as input for square, right? So I'll check the syntax. It is okay. Next, next, and save. So I have created a square root output, right? Now I'll check the square root whether it is correct or not. Refresh. So it is taking some time. Let me refresh it once again. Okay, let's create some other thing. It will definitely show, right? Suppose you want to count the number of letters in a word, including the space. So there is an option here to create some length, to calculate length of given word or with including the spaces also. So here, if you supply any text, it will give you count of letters, right? And if suppose there is some word like absolute, so we can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 8 letters, right? So this functionality will provide us the number of letters in a word or including the space if there is any space, right? Absolute ly, suppose this is a word, so it will count the space also, and including the letters it will count the space also, right? So this functionality will create now. Here I'll select formula. No, it has not come yet. Oh yes, it is showing a square root output here, right? This is showing a square root output. If we put input any number, uh, suppose we are putting 2, right? It is showing 1.414, right? So this functionality is clear. So sometimes it may take some time to fetch from the server. So don't worry about that. If your steps are correct, then you'll get the output. Here I have selected formula. Next, for field level, I want to count the length of output text, and I want to get this in number, right? So my output type will be number, and yes, here I don't need this, so I'll take it as 0, right? Because letters could will be counted in whole numbers, so I don't need this. Now formula field, here length, you can see length. Instead of text, I will insert a field called input text, right? So sort, suppose I make a space more, give a space more, then I'll check the syntax. It is also correct, and I give something else. Suppose give a plus value. Now it is showing some problem, right? So if your syntax is correct, it will show you no error. So you should check your syntax always before saving or going to next step. Next, and save. Length of output, yes, it is created, and we'll refresh this. No text has been input here. Now I will input some text. Suppose Salesforce. So length of output text is 10 characters. Suppose I make a space between sales and force. That is what to check whether yes, it is showing 11 characters. So is it clear? This functionality?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, if I want, uh, as an example, I told you about day, some 20 days from today, right? So I want to know the date. What date will be 20 days from today, or 30 days, or 50 days, right? So I want to know the date. What date will be uh, 30 days or 40 days from today? So I'll have to do some. I'll have to use some formulas. So now I'm going to create one more field, new formula, and next, yes, next, yes. Uh, this is a random name, right? So date finder. Now, so its data type will be date, right? And next, here, date. So what day is today? Setting here today. Yes, today. And suppose I need to know about 40 days from today, right? So yes, we have to insert an operator. So we could do plus minus, right? I want to know about 40 days earlier, right? So here we could put negative mark. Right now, leave it for 40 plus. Let me check syntax. This is right. Next. Save. Now refresh the page as it is created. Check yes, date finder has been created. Right now, it not does not come here. Yeah, it will take some time. So this is law. Going to create anything. Here you can see these things. These are function categories. So if you see, suppose this. So you can here it is written that help on this function. You want to know about this function? Just click here.